All right. Good afternoon, everybody. Louis Borsalino, ManoMarket.com, and this is the wrap up for E-mini trading on January 12th and 2015. Everybody wants to blame the oil. Everybody wants to blame the oil, but I'm not blaming the oil. I think the oil is its own animal, and I think that the stocks that are in the energy sectors will basically be rotated out, and this will not be a factor anymore. I think that the oil has its own deal going on right now. I've been around markets long enough to know that the oil is going to go to some silly bottom, and everybody's going to go, "Oh my God, what happened here?" So, I've told you this morning on the oil video. I thought, 40, 38, and I said this last week: 40, 38, 34, possibly 25, but 34 for sure. That's what I thought. So, I don't want to get involved in that. But the oil, we'll talk about it when I do the oil video. But here is here's something I want to point out. Here, this day was Wednesday and Thursday of last week that created this gap. This was created by drone buying or computer buying. On on Thursday, they bought the market for an hour and 5 minutes straight before they had a retracement. So they created this gap. Now, to me, and I've been around long enough that this these 2 days were institutional funds that were getting in the market. They either wanted to get in the market or they had to get in the market based on money that came into their inflows, and they had to be invested for the month of January. So when I see things like that and they're in the market, that is not alarming, but when I had the floor and I was standing on the floor, not only did I fill 10% of the volume until 1986, but I could still recognize what institutional buying is. It's harder now. I'm starting to finally, after a year and a half solid, watching the market, the different tools that are out there for identifying order flow and the way the market's moving, telling you that you got to be careful here. All right. Now, that said, I think the market is. If I look at the profile, all right. Now I'm going to look at the dynamic profile, right? This is a really evenly distributed profile, very evenly distributed. Okay, I'm going to click this over like this, showing that we probably have these single prints from 29.5 up to 32. All right, but I was looking at this yesterday, and if I click this again, all right, this is nothing more what we're going to see. You see how we keep getting these gray lines? That means we're going to start putting more distribution down there on the bottom, right? I'm going to click this over here. All right. So this is telling me here that this market could trade in this range from here down to here right now. So we fill in more volume, okay? And they can be doing this for the next 2 to 3 days or a week. And then and all of a sudden we're going to turn around and the market's going to be going up to make new highs. Those guys got vested the last 2 days. Those guys got vested in the last Wednesday, Thursday, and they're probably still getting vested. That means they're getting into the market. The oil to me is a non-event. It's more psychological, and it gives people a reason to look at corrections and so on, saying, "Oh, it's oil, oil, oil." Remember one thing: when we're all in here selling it, and everybody in the world is panicking, all these other Wall Street firms that are responsible for investing, they're in here buying it. Their job is to get the public to think the sky's falling. So, all right. So I look at market action today. We did a pretty good job. I basically said on the opening that we thought that the market would fill the gap down to 22. I'll tell you what, today I wish every day was like that. You can sell the opening, right? You just sold the opening range. We got before you could write it down on your card. Well, you don't write them on the cards anymore. But before you were looking at your computer, we were down at 32.5, and then we were taking out the bottom of value and underneath our bull bear zone. And remember how I told you how the market responds to these single prints? These single prints are incredible when you see that they become big attractors to the market, right? So this morning we talked about the single prints. Let me these right here. I showed it just morning. 227.5 down to 22.5. Right? The market came right to them. It was like a magnet. It was like a magnet. So those are now filled in. They are now filled in. All right. Now, um, also, I think that the market can go down to. I mean, this market could go down to 2000 and it could go down to 1950, 1970, 1990, 1990 area, and still going to be in good shape. And actually, that would be to me would be a better scenario than just these slow grinding rallies where we have no volume, very little volume. I would like to see a market correct and you know put on some stuff down the bottom. Now, I'm pointing out also, here's that 5 minute pivot. Okay, it got violated this morning, and this is how the example how it steps down. So it's going home on a short, but remember this thing got violated up there at 36 half, and it took on about 1,800 points. So I'm flat. I have no overnight position. I don't believe that I think there's enough volatility right now that you don't have to even think about that at this point. Um, I would be looking to see what happens in the overnight action. But I think mostly is that we're going to be trading in this range. Like I said before, I'm going to put this up here because you're going to see this thing put more volume down here. We're going to be trading in a range from like 28, okay? And let me see what we got over here. Yeah. We're going to be trading that range 28 down to, 2000 area. That's 2010 right there. So I'm saying that I think that's what we're looking for. That's where we're going to be in that range until it breaks out. All right. Um, hopefully, there's people that are still going to my Trade LBJ. That's my personal Twitter for my friends, family, and so on. Remember, Man Over Market. Also, go to www.manovermarket.com, and we put out most of the stuff I say in the video. It's in writing, and you can keep going back and forth all day. I think what I'm going to do is change up the format. I need to talk to our programmer and do most of the updating on Twitter, and the alert system we're going to just save for some other things that we got in the hopper coming out. Okay, Louis Porcelino, Man Over Market. Hopefully you had a good day, and have a good night, and good luck trading. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye.